everyone, I'm Larissa White from UCSB Athletics, and sitting next to me is the one and only Orlando Johnson, a former Gaucho and now a shooting guard for the Indiana Pacers. Orlando, you are back in Santa Barbara. You've been here for a couple weeks. What has it been like to get back here, now as a professional athlete instead of just as a student?
It feels good. Now I can do things that I wasn't able to do when I was in college. Go to a few different restaurants, buy some things that I liked in college. It's nice to be back and see some old friends, and it's very different from Indiana. So for me to be back here is kind of just trying to soak it all in so I can remember what it feels like to be back out here.
You were a first-year NBA player going to almost the NBA Finals this past year. Not many professional basketball players get that opportunity right off the bat. You had it happen in your first season as an NBA player. So what was that like being with this amazing Pacers team this season, with all these great teammates and great coaches sitting right next to you?
I mean, it was great. It was a special team, getting a chance to learn from, some of the best players in the game, and also, one of the rising coaches in the game. So, for me, it was just a blessing to get drafted, to Indiana and really get a chance to start my career off the way it did. So, there's just a building block, and I'm looking to really take the next step and hopefully help the team reach the finals and get a chance to win the ring.
What was it like playing for Brian Shaw, one of our former Gaucho players? He's now a head coach, but he was your assistant this past season.
It was great. Talking to Brian, he helped me out a lot. Just learning the game, really thinking the game, and just becoming more of aware of how to play the game. And just coach, I just wish him the best. Going to Denver and to have him there, and us being from the same school, it was special. And I don't know if too many players and coaches can say that.
So now that you're back here in Santa Barbara, are you kind of feeling some nostalgia, and what do you miss about being a Gaucho?
I miss, really walking on campus. I walked yesterday to Stork Tower, and I just miss, being around and seeing all my, friends on campus and stuff like that, and IV, there's nothing like that, where everybody's just that close. You can always just go to somebody's house, and, you got your best friend living right next to you. You don't have that in Indiana.
Well, I hear that back in Indiana, you actually walk to your arena to play. You don't even own a car.
No.
So what's that like, living on your own, in this big city back in the Midwest?
It's different because I'm really close with my family, and they still live out here in California, back home in Seaside. So, for me, I just have my best friend Brandon out there with me, and I don't need a car. He has his car. He brought out with him from California, and the gym's only about less than a minute away. So I just walk. Some games, unless if it snows, I'm not doing that, but I'll drive. But other than that, it's not a bad walk. Just get there and get the legs warm before practice or game.
It's a very humble way to go. So you back in Seaside, I hear you started a camp. It's called the...
It's my AAU team. It's called Orlando Johnson Basketball Academy.
Okay, so why did you start that?
I really wanted to start it just because, I knew when I was growing up, I didn't really have a strong team to really just play with like that. We played at the Boys and Girls Club, and we did a few tournaments here and there, but for me to put my name on something like that, an NBA player out of my hometown, I don't think there has been one before there. So kids probably get excited for that, and I know they are because I went back and had a banquet with them, and they were very excited about the program and where it's headed.
Well, and then back in the day, when you were a Gaucho, you used to say that you wanted to become a financial planner one day and help out those professional athletes after their professional careers to balance their bank accounts. Yeah. How has it been transitioning from being a student athlete here in Santa Barbara to now having a steady paycheck with an NBA career?
It's no different, really. Besides not having class, and I'm always in the gym.
So you don't spend much, right?
So I don't really spend too much money, and don't have a car. I had a car in college, had to pay insurance on that, but the tough part is the taxes. That hurts a little bit. But
You're like, where does this come from?
yeah, no, I didn't know nothing about that until you get out in the real world and you got a paycheck. So.
Well, it's a great lesson, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Well, it's been great to see you play in the NBA, representing Santa Barbara out there for, all those student athletes who work so hard. It's definitely a great thing to see someone succeed as much as you have. So thank you for stopping by, and fans, be sure to keep an eye out for Orlando out in the NBA world, and definitely check back with UCSBGauchos.com for more updates on Orlando. See you next time.